What if I told you there's a mysterious, thousand-year-old statue that some believe is not of this world, and that kissing it could change your life? This isn't just any old relic. This is the story of a sculpture that has baffled archaeologists and intrigued believers and ancient astronauts for decades. Stick around, because what happens when people get close to this artifact is stranger than fiction. In a quiet, unassuming museum in Central Europe, housed behind thick glass, sits a stone statue unlike any other, officially dated to the 10th century. Its origins are a complete mystery. Local folklore simply calls it the Visitor. Carved from a type of meteorite iron not commonly found on Earth, it depicts a humanoid figure with elongated limbs, an unusually large head, and eyes that seem to follow you around the room. The material itself is an anomaly. Spectrographic analysis shows trace elements that have no known terrestrial equivalent. How did a medieval craftsman work with such a dense, alien metal? And more importantly, who or what was their model? The statue wasn't discovered in a church or a castle. It was unearthed in the 1920s by a farmer plowing his field deep in a region known for its bizarre celestial phenomena and legends of sky gods. For years, it was just a local curiosity. But then, the story started. It began with a museum janitor who, on a dare from his colleagues, gave the statue a playful peck on its cold, metallic cheek. The next day, he claimed he could suddenly solve complex mathematical equations in his head, despite having been a poor student his entire life. Of course, everyone laughed it off, but he wasn't the last. Over the years, dozens of people have reported strange occurrences after making physical contact with the visitor. The most famous account is that of a young art student in the 1970s. She was sketching the statue and, feeling a strange connection to it, leaned in and kissed its forehead. She later described a sudden flash of light behind her eyes, followed by a flood of geometric patterns and images she couldn't comprehend. For weeks afterward, she filled notebooks with intricate designs and symbols, languages she'd never seen, and star charts of constellations not visible from our hemisphere. Her art style transformed overnight, becoming otherworldly and deeply complex. Skeptics attributed it to a creative burst, but she maintained, until her death, that the statue had shown her things. So what's the scientific take on all of this? Geologists confirm the statue as meteoric composition, but are stumped as to how it was forged with medieval technology. Physicists have detected a faint, almost imperceptible electromagnetic field emanating from the object, but it's too weak to have any known biological effect. Psychologists suggest the kissing effect is a powerful form of the placebo effect, where people's strong beliefs trigger real, measurable changes in their minds and bodies. They argue that the statue's strange appearance and mysterious backstory create a perfect storm for suggestion. You expect something incredible to happen, so your brain makes it happen. But the ancient astronaut theorists have a different idea. They propose the statue is not a statue at all. It's a beacon, a repository of knowledge, or a form of dormant alien technology. They point to the material of metal designed to survive a fiery entry through the atmosphere. They argue the humanoid form was a way for its creators to represent themselves to a primitive culture. According to this theory, the act of kissing, or making close contact, triggers a transfer of information, not through magic, but through some form of bioresonance we don't yet understand. The statue could be downloading data directly into the human brain. Could the janitor's newfound math skills and the art student's visions be fragments of a vast alien database? This brings us to a chilling incident from 1998. A team of researchers was granted permission to conduct a more in-depth, overnight study of the statue. They set up sensors to monitor its energy fluctuations. One junior researcher, fascinated by the legends, decided to test the kissing theory himself. He bypassed security protocols and touched his lips to the figure. According to his senior colleagues, what happened next was terrifying. The room's temperature dropped dramatically. All their electronic equipment simultaneously short-circuited. The researcher himself collapsed, unconscious, when he awoke in the hospital. He had no memory of the event, or of the previous 3 years of his life. He also had a new, inexplicable talent. He could speak a fluent, complex language that no linguist on Earth has ever been able to identify. He described it as the language he now thought in. Was this a defense mechanism, a system overload, or a flawed data transfer? The incident led to the statue being placed behind its current, heavily reinforced enclosure. No one has been able to touch it since. The official report cited an unexplained electrical discharge, but those who were there whisper a different story. They say for a fleeting moment, the statue's eyes glowed with a soft, blue light. So, we're left with a 1,000-year-old enigma made of star metal. Is it a masterpiece of a lost artistic tradition, a powerful psychological trigger, or is it a piece of extraterrestrial technology, waiting for the right person to unlock its secrets? The story suggests that kissing the statue isn't just a simple act. It's a gamble. You might get nothing. You might unlock a hidden genius you never knew you had. Or you might lose a part of yourself to make room for something alien. Perhaps the most fascinating part of this mystery is that it remains unsolved. The museum won't allow further invasive testing, and the legends continue to grow with each passing year. The silent, metallic visitor keeps its secrets. Its unnerving gaze a constant reminder that we may not be alone in the universe, and that our own history might be far stranger than we imagine. What do you think? Is this a case of mass hysteria or a genuine close encounter? Let me know your theories down in the comments. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more mysteries. See you next time.